Hello everyone, this is Claire Van Steenwyk coming to you with Van's Crossroads, aka Van the Radio Man. I want to talk to you a little bit today about the coup that was held on up to all of us last 2 months ago now, tomorrow will be 2 months, in the presidential election. They've been trying a presidential coup ever since President Trump was elected, and they finally pulled it off. They needed the China virus to set the way into it. That's really what they used it for. It was an economic warfare with China, without a doubt. However, the Democrat Party used it to do what they couldn't do in the Senate, in the House, and every other crazy thing they tried to do. They used it to do what they've always wanted to do. National early ballots everywhere, and they had them everywhere. They had early voting coming out our ears. And then they had the counting of the ballots where they hid them, made people leave the room, wouldn't let people back in, triple counted, quadruple counted ballots. They now have proof. They've showed it in Georgia at the hearings where some ballots didn't even have folds on them because you can prove that a ballot is folded. After all, it's a piece of paper. And a piece of paper is made out of wood, and wood has fiber. So every time, like a dollar bill, if you fold a dollar bill when it's brand new, that fold always shows up. It's the same on paper. Or if you look at the upper right-hand corner on the Republican ballot, it had skews. You could read it. On the Democrat ballot, there was no code at all, nothing to read. Not to mention the alignments going up and down them. One was off just enough on Trump's not to count some of his votes. The other one's straight in line with Biden's like it was supposed to be. There were so many things done in this election that were illegal, fraud, and you can't really call it a lot of it was voter fraud. A lot of it was just ballot fraud, the way these people played this game. And yes, we have the same swamp dwellers in Washington and in a lot of states. Arizona, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. They don't want to do the right thing. They really don't. It's unfortunate we didn't have more time. It's too bad a president doesn't have a 6-year term instead of just a 4-year term. But nonetheless, it looks like they're going to pull this off. I'm not somebody that likes saying this. I still have a Trump decal on my car, not a bumper sticker, a decal we had made on the back window of our car. And we still have a Trump sign in our front yard, and I still wear a Trump shirt. In fact, yesterday we went out to eat, and we went to a restaurant not too far from our home, and this lady started talking to us about how long it was taking to get in line. Then she made a comment about all the people she'd met over the years. And she said that she'd went to Washington one time, and this was before Trump was even elected, back probably when he was building the hotel there. And she'd even met him. She said, I didn't like him then and I don't like him now. And I looked at her and I said, well, I like him just fine. And I named off some of the things he had done. Getting rid of regulations, building the wall, bringing jobs back, getting jobs, more jobs for America, raising our standard of living for all of us, more employment, bringing factories back to our country, getting better trade deals. She walked away. I guess she was a little surprised she met a Republican that would actually stand up and talk rather than just shrink back and not say anything, like far too many have behaved themselves over a number of years now. We have to start fighting back in this. We cannot allow the Socialist Democrats or the liberal Republican wing of the party to control our lives. If we don't react to what is going on, then it's our fault. For far too long, too many people that vote haven't voted the way they should, have gone along with the dogma of better of two evils, which is evil in itself. Another person we met at the restaurant yesterday was a couple that we knew from some political events we've done in over the years, and we were talking about how badly this thing turned out. And I just said, well, we're reaping the harvest of what we've been doing. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, you have been voting for the better of two evils for the last couple of decades. And when you vote for the better of two evils, you vote for people that are self-centered, and they're now in Washington and at state level doing what serves them best. And then she remarked, well, America is strayed away from God. And I just looked at her. The thought came to me, I didn't say it, that's the better of two evils. When you know the right thing to do and you don't do it, you've sinned. The Bible talks about it all the time. It's throughout the entire Bible, especially if you read a proverb. It's all in there. You don't vote for evil people, no matter what party they're in. You don't support them. You don't give them money. If we would just stand up together for a change, and yes, pray quite a bit while we're doing it, and return to God the way we should. But when you return, listen to what He tells you. Stay away from evil. Don't vote for it. If you don't trust God to take care of us in good and bad times, then I don't believe you trust Him much at all. The Bible talks about, fear not, for I am with you. We don't have to be afraid. God is with us. But we have to do as God asks us to do. And nowhere in Scripture does it tell us to do evil or to help evil people. So I'm imploring all of you to stop voting for people that you know are evil, like a lot of the people in Arizona office who voted for the evil national popular vote that takes our rights away from us. You know, you talk about rhinos, and everybody has a definition that a rhino is a Republican in name only. Well, you know, when you look at that, you could also turn that around. America now is a republic in name only. So I'm asking all of you to step up and start doing your jobs as citizens. President Trump has asked a lot of people to fly back to Washington on January 6th. I'm asking you to think about that really very carefully, because a lot of the money some of you may spend back to fly back and forth will make you feel good for a while. But that money could be better spent on helping people right here in Arizona who need your help to run for office. And most of the times, as I've experienced, don't get the money. They get the battle, they get the fight, they just never get the money to reach enough voters. Because if you don't reach the disconnected voter, and by that I mean people that just mark a box, you can't really win an election, and that takes money. We proved back in the primary this year that with $400, we got 42.5% of the vote in Maricopa County. So if we could have raised $20,000, we would have beat the young man now that has taken the side of the county supervisors and others in the state, from what I understand, and said there really is no voter fraud in Arizona, and when we all know there is. He was on that side of the fence before the primary was ever held. So join other activists. We need people to run for office that we can trust, that put their faith in God and will serve the U.S. Constitution, not a party. I hope you all get this message. We can't afford another coup. This was a presidential coup via an election. That's how they brought it to us. They couldn't find another way, so they brought it to us as that, by using the China virus as their avenue to get there. So join together, let's fight together and restore our republic here in Arizona and the country. God bless you, and once again, Vans Crossroads on Facebook, vanscrossroads.com. You can get a hold of us, you can tweet us, get a hold of us and give us a message. We need help to get this done, but we have to do it together. God bless you, and thank you for listening in. Bye now.